see someone doing that, what they're doing is trying to get all that fan off the end, so they don't leave a root whenever you do something like this up against the door jam. And I'm pretty much getting it as close as I can.
I'm gonna do it that way, like you talked about, because if I go with the on top of trim, it's gonna stick out that far past the trim, from top and bottom. So I'm just gonna put a piece of wood around the inside, like you said, and make it even this bone around the cracks and 20. Fuck it. Yeah, I tried it. Here in a little bit. What I was going to do is help me tear it out. This thing's out here.
And seeing that this is the first coat, I'm just putting it on thin. Even though it's purple, it might not cover very well. Fine. Oh, I'm worried about getting that cement right there. Scrub the rest of it in. Do your back roll. And this is a 1-2 stick. Goes from 1 foot to 2 foot. This is a 2 to 4. Goes from 2 foot to 4 foot. Huh? No?
Hey, what do you think? Should like some trim around the outside of it? Cut these down, put them down, and put the drywall over it.
I do that just like you would the same thing you're doing with the drywall. Run your frame around it, now screw that right to it. Skip probably something to nail to.
And then we drywall, just do this, mud it.
I'm talking about the outside. That's for the outside. The drywall's for the inside. All you're doing is building the frame around it, screwing it to it.
Oh, okay. Actually, he told me not to worry about the outside. He told me the outside. He said he'd do
Yeah.
the outside.
That's fine.
Yeah, because we gotta get the paint done. I just do the drywall.
Good substance in these little areas like this. Because you gotta spread your paint. No. Couldn't tell you. Take it to the van? Did you take it out in the van? Good place for it. Ain't got nothing nice to say. Don't say nothing at all. Whenever you do your areas like this, especially this little tight areas, I would definitely recommend putting a drop down on top of stuff or putting plastic on it. Normally we would tape it and backfill it, and then we would put plastic down and we would tape and backfill down to the plastic and just seal it in because we already painted this. We don't want to get sprinkles all over it. So right now we're just trying to protect it. And when you're using these sticks, see how it's hitting? Keep going to it. Let you do it. It'll give you your max level. But one of the reasons why I was mentioning the drop is because this thing sprinkles like, it'll pepper you, and the light's gonna just like flick paint all over you when you're done rolling. So everything that you come in contact with this roller, if you're around something, around window tops, anything like that, you gotta slow it down so it doesn't swing so much. So as long as I'm back here, you'll see me slowing down as I get closer to it. And it's the same scenario. You notice I'm half and half in it. And I'll come back here. Then I'll come up here. And my next one will be half and half. if you notice, I'm using this, and if you see that little bit that I'm not hitting, when we come back and cut it, it's going to be easier to keep more paint on that little bit than it is to paint all this out here 3 times. So I'm basically using this to kind of get that cut edge built up with more coats. Because if you cut something and then you roll it, so you cut something and then you roll down to it, it's actually got 2 coats right there now. Probably in the same spot again. It's just easy. I don't know if the space is or just what. Let's see. Whenever you do this, really all you're doing is just making it easier to roll down into it. See what I mean? Instead of having to do this and then stop it right there, you roll it sideways and you get as close as you can. And notice I'm just sprouting it in. Come back through. And as long as you ain't got no thick marks right here, you're right. Because when I do this, with the ceiling, when we do this, I'll basically just take it right here. I'm gonna take it right here and stop. I'm not doing all of it. I'm trying to do the sections. And sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and take it off the stick. And I'm gonna do the same thing down here. So every time I'm done, I can just roll down here and I'm good. I don't have to worry about getting it too close. But you probably didn't see that. down with this one. I'm just going down to the top of it there where I rolled through the cut line. I wrote this part. Then I'm gonna bring this down into it. When I do it, I'm just gonna roll it right up the wall. Because if not, you gotta try to get your line straight. It's a little difficult when you're doing it all by hand. So learn this little trick right here. It'll help you in the long run. I can do it, but it just adds a little more time. And if you're doing this, and you do your last roll down, and remember, do this, then you can let off right here. Then you can let off right here. And you don't have to roll it all the way down. It's a little hard on your back after you do it for a while. And now that I'm gonna have you open. Ooh, that's so much more comfortable. And if you notice, I like to roll with my frame. If you notice the frame, when I put it on, when I put my cover on, I make sure that it's gonna fluff up when I get down. So when it goes down, that's my last roll, and it's fluffy. So it's gonna fluff up the cover, so I can put more paint in it. And then this is always going this way. Now, if you're left-handed, you want to take the cover and flip it around, and then run it this way, and then run it all down, and it'll fluff up to you. See, if I take it this way, it'll fluff up. If I take it this way, it's going to nap it up. It's going to give you a smoother surface, but it's not going to pick up no paint. Whatever paint you put in that cover, when you take a dip, it's going to be on the outside of the roller. It's not going to get down in there. And that's how you do little, instead of doing one swipe, you get two swipes out of it. See what my frame is? You can see that it's got the cover real tight. Because as I'm rolling down, it's really just laying the feather of the, it's laying the I don't know, the hair, they call it the hair. It lays the hair this way. So when you roll it and it sticks up, that's how it opens up. And then I'll flip my cover. Now there's one that's this way, now I'm on this way. works. You know, if you do it this way, that's what it does. So you gotta kind of hit that. And you'll see why when I do the other side. I'm just controlling it right now. You can roll the front of it and stay just on the front, but this is for someone that's trying to learn how to do like ceilings. Like when you got a wall that comes down on top of the ceiling, you don't want to overlap that, and you don't want to do it on the walls either. Because if not, you release stuff like that, and you don't want that. Remember, I already did this side, so it's still wet, but I don't want to get a whole 9-inch length into that. I just want to get right into a little bit of what I've already done to get my blend. Like I said, this is just to put a 2 coats in areas and that I'm not 2 coating right now. So when like I was saying before, when you first coat something and then you roll over top of that first coat with your roller, now that area's got 2 coats. So when you second coat it and then you roll your cover over top of it again, now it's got 2 more coats on it. So that one area where the cut line is actually has like 4 layers of paint versus the 2 and the 2. That one little strip around there. That's why sometimes you look at the ceiling, you got a hat band. You need to get and cut it out again to get rid of it. See, this is what I'm talking about. How that cut lines like that when you roll with this. When you roll this, everywhere that roll was at, where that cut line was, there's two coats on it. So if you cut it again, then roll it again, it's gonna have another coat on top of that. But it's all part of the process. Cutting it twice and rolling it twice. But those are your cutoff points for where your roller and your cut brush meet. It's not nothing bad. Putting too many coats of paint on it's not bad. You're not gonna notice it. It's not gonna affect it at all. It does tell you one thing though. From here to here, it has to get two coated twice, no matter what. So no matter how far you bring it out on the wall, it don't matter because you're gonna roll over top of it. But from here to here, for sure, needs two coats, or three coats. Then you can roll it. All this thing is just a way to apply paint. You can, back in the old days, they used to brush all these walls. They get a big brush and just go to town. I hate smashing the paint out of the roller like that. It'll bring your roller up. But we gotta get this done ASAP. Should have screened it. See how these bowls are so rounded?